pain level was at 9 and 10 severe headaches, and throughout my neck area, my shoulder area. As I'm sitting here at this moment on day 3, my pain level is probably a 1, maybe 2. And 72 hours after the procedure was done, I noticed an extreme difference in the pain level. I didn't suffer from the headaches anymore. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I would wake up with severe headaches, and they were unbearable. And of course, I took an ibuprofen, 500 milligrams, and everything else, and that subsided to some degree, but not a whole lot.
And how often did you get those headaches?
Every day.
Every day? Every day. So tell me about the last couple of nights. It's only been a few days since the stem cell.
Well, the very next day after the procedure, 24 hours after, the headaches subsided completely.
So no headaches?
No headaches. And this is day 3, and I absolutely have no headaches whatsoever. My neck movement, I wasn't able to move my head either left or right to any degree without severe pain, and now I can take and turn. This is the 3rd day, and I notice a little bit of discomfort, very little, and I can rotate my head, which I wasn't able to do at all without moving my whole body. I was anticipating doing ablation or decompression by another firm, just strictly decompression. And I was somewhat amazed, but the cost was prohibitive to my way of thinking. And ablation was a very lengthy process, and then also a temporary fix, only 8 to 9 months at the most. And then I had epidural injections and steroid injections in my shoulder. They worked all right, but there was a temporary fix, only lasted maybe 4 to 5 weeks at the most.
What have you seen over the last 72 hours since he had the stem cell treatment?
I have seen a new man. He turns his head both directions. He's constantly testing himself. I mean, I can't believe it, because he has hurt for so long, and it's incredible.
That's amazing. So he can't get out of the honey-do list anymore?
No, not anymore.
I'm Taylor Gabriel for the Atlanta Falcons.
Ryan, pressure up the middle, throws. He's got a man wide open, and he connects. It's Taylor Gabriel off to the races. Touchdown!
I came in for stem cell for a turf toe and a shoulder. I ended up coming to Vitality because they have the best stem cells. As a high-end athlete, you don't want to go to Mexico and things like that.
Right.
To put those stem cells in your body. So I found Vitality because it was the best and most of the high-end stem cells.
They get rid of it quickly, come near side. Gabriel, look at the cuts and the speed. Gabriel still going. Touchdown!
You have to use natural ointments, natural things, because that's what makes you. That's what I feel personally, that it helps me to become the best player, the best person I can be, to stay on the football field. And the whole experience, it was very comfortable. Nothing was outside of what you would think of getting brand new cells into your body. My agent, good friend of mine, he's excited about the stem cells and the whole process and the movement that this has going, and it's taken over. My agency was researching Vitality stem cells, and he was so excited for me and my process of giving my body 100%. He also booked an appointment.
I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, I travel for a living. I've ministered all over the world, about 40 different countries, and I live on my feet. And about 18 months ago, I developed a really challenging situation in my feet, discovered it was plantar fasciitis. And I've gone to podiatrists, I've been to bone doctors, I've been to dermatologists, different things, because it even caused other kind of issues with my skin on my feet. It would start just, you know, the moment I would get on them, inflammation would start hitting my feet, and that would swell. I could not find a comfortable shoe. Podiatrists, I spent hundreds of dollars on podiatrist expenses, inserts. I got the absolute, $500 inserts, custom fit, nothing solved my issue. And I began to hear about this process of stem cell, and I am a Google maniac. I began to Google like crazy. I'm going, okay, it's a unique process. It's not necessarily widely recognized, but the reports that I began to hear of success were overwhelming for a number of challenges physically that people would face. And I just went through the process, and I will tell you, from the moment I walked in, I was overwhelmed with the class. This is a classy organization. You always walk in with a little apprehension, even after you do all your research. There's still that apprehension we all deal with. And I was overwhelmed with Robin, and she had a knowledge that really, in me, produced a great sense of comfort and ease that I was doing the right thing. And I hate needles. Who doesn't hate needles? But I will tell you, the process that she uses, I did not feel a thing. There was a little discomfort, but I'm telling you, for the procedure that she did on my feet, I actually videoed from my phone camera, and I was going, I'm actually videoing needles going into my ankles and into my feet, and it was pain-free, I will tell you.
Hi, my name is Ray Story. I live in Kitsap County. I first heard about this on the newspaper ad, and we decided to come over and check it out, and found out that they work on neuropathy, which I've had. Apparently I got because I was stationed in Vietnam back in the 60s, and it developed here a few years back and got so bad that I couldn't feel my feet, couldn't feel my toes, couldn't wiggle my toes, and so we decided we had to do something. So we took this ad to heart, called about it, got a chance to come over and meet with the staff over here at Vitality, and it was great from the very get-go. Started off, I met with the doctor, and then got to meet up with Sarah and the staff in the front office and the nurses, and they're great. And the stem cell, I was not a believer before, but I am now. The stem cell, they injected stem cells in both of my ankles, and that very evening I started getting tingling in my feet, which I hadn't had for a year and a half, 2 years. They were totally numb. And now I can wiggle my toes. I have sensations when somebody touches them, I can feel it, and it kind of tickles. Never had that before, and I'm just as happy as can be. And I think I'm on the road to recovery. I don't know if it'll be full recovery, but at least my balance is probably, I would say, at least 90% better than it was. I was tipping over, and now I can balance. I can go up and down stairs without grabbing a hold of something. So I'm very, very happy with what's going on here. Sarah, the nurse, and Paula, absolutely fantastic. Probably the best people to work with. They're totally positive. Everybody's positive here. And everybody's happy to see you when you come in. And they're willing to help and do anything that it takes to get you healthy and on the road again to recovery, including the massage therapist. She was awesome also. So very happy with everybody associated with this office here in Tacoma. And hopefully I don't have to give it up too soon until I'm totally on the road and back to skiing. And
did you think 6 months ago you would ever get back to skiing?
No.
That's huge.
No, my legs were so numb, I thought, I'm done. Because my balance was so off. I mean, I had to grab a hold of something going up and down stairs. And now I just up and down stairs, no problem.
That's awesome. We'll have to get a picture of you on the slopes to add to your video when you get back out there. Right on. All right, thank you so much. That was incredible.
My name's Mike Curran, and I live in University Place, Washington, which is part of Tacoma. Serious back problems. Probably 30 years, but over the years it's got progressively worse until the last couple of years it's really been quite unbearable. No more back pain, some stiffness and soreness, which just comes with my workout routine and activities, but the pain is gone, and it was serious pain. Mainly my snowboarding and golf.
Okay.
Two of my lifelong passions, and I've given them both up because of my back situation. The pain was just too great.
With the progress you have just a month in, do you think you'll be snowboarding this winter?
The snowboarding will be, yes, I can snowboard right now. I would say try this before you do surgery.
I had 8 of the 10 symptoms of neuropathy, the tingling of the feet, the painful feet, no feeling in my toes, like band across my ankles when I walked, and evening time was very painful to get up and to walk through the house. And 2 days later I had the stem cell, and the next day I had no pain in my feet.
That's incredible.
The next morning I could not believe it. And I have a little twinge now and then, but basically I am pain-free. Balance issues. I had plantar fasciitis diagnosed. About how many years were you dealing with those symptoms before you came in for the stem cell? I think like 6 or 7 years that it progressed. How has your life changed? Like, as far as what activities are you able to do now that you couldn't do 6 months ago? I'm more of a happy gardener. You're a happy gardener? I like that. Well, and I'll probably walk my dogs more now because my husband took over that activity. So now I can take them for more walks than what I did for 2 or 3 years. That's important. They love it. All right, Judy, thank you so much. Oh, I would thank Dr. Schneider and give him a big hug and thank Vitality. I think it's a marvelous program, and I would recommend it.
My occupation is professional football player. I'm coming up on 7 years playing professional football. The average career is basically 2.5 to 3 years. Over the years, I've had hamstring issues, many hamstring issues, from slight pulls to, complete grade 2, grade 3 pulls. So that and, lower back issues have been my main thing. And me being a speed player, I need my lower back and my hamstrings to be 100% functional. I came to Nirvana for a stem cell treatment. Basically, rejuvenation, regeneration of, anything that may be ailing me. They have one of the best medical staffs and staffs here in town and across the nation. So it was pretty much a no-brainer for me to come here and get this treatment done. When I first walked through the doors, being greeted by the receptionist first and foremost is a big thing to me. If they're not personable, and don't have your best interests in heart, it's gonna be hard for you to come here and feel comfortable. So as soon as I walked through the door, I felt very comfortable. And then being able to walk in and seeing how modern and up-to-date it is, it also put me at ease. This is a serious treatment, and it's not something that you want to take lightly or be just in a regular place. So being able to walk in here, feel comfortable, and knowing that I'm in good hands is number one in my mind. Knowing that it's 100% safe, there will be no backlash, and anything coming back from it is reassuring. So, just the buzz about it has been nothing but good, and I'm interested and I'm eager to find out what the hype is about.
I just had my second knee injection, and I'm thrilled to death. 4 years ago, I was told I needed a knee replacement. I'm bone on bone on my left knee and half a bone on bone on my other knee. I had read about stem cells years ago, so I refused to do the knee replacement. I wasn't going to do it. I said, I'm going to wait until I find out more about the stem cells. And that was 4 years ago. And all of a sudden this year, I found it. I went running to the meeting and heard all about it, and I came the next day and I scheduled the injection the following day, and I had been thrilled to death. I went to bed after my first injection, and I woke up the next morning and I started walking and I started to cry. I was so happy. I had no pain at all. I was able to walk barefoot to the bathroom with no pain. And usually I have to wear my tennis shoes, slip my tennis shoes on with my orthotics to be able to not be in pain. And I did it barefoot and I couldn't believe it. I just started to cry, but it was happiness. It was tears of happiness. and I've been happy ever since. I think my depression has gone away. I don't feel like seeing my therapist anymore. I'm like done with being unhappy. I'm thrilled to live now, and very excited about life and very pleased, and so I thank the Lord for finding and getting to know about the cells right away.
Thank you.
So I'm done now. This is my last injection. Very happy.
We appreciate it.
I recommend it.
I love the stem cells I had on my knees, and it completely disappeared, so I'm going to have him do my hips next. The first day, actually.
First day?
First day. I'm a ballroom dance instructor, and my knees would always lock up on me, and now it doesn't anymore.
So would you recommend this to anybody else?
I recommend everybody should get it done, because if they complain about their knees and the problems they go through, they should do it. I mean, I complain and I see them, I went ahead and did mine.
Last summer I'd injured my knee playing basketball with my grandson, and I'd given up all hope other than have knee surgery. And I saw Vitality Health in the newspaper, and I thought, well, I'll try that alternative rather than surgery, because I didn't want to miss work. And I came in, and they offered me an alternative of stem cells and a quicker recovery and a different expense than it would have been with me losing work and suffering pain and rehabilitation. And it's been a little bit less than 2 months, and my range of mobility is at least 90%, maybe 95%, and I'm almost pain-free.
And when did you first notice a difference?
Almost immediately.
Any side effects?
No.
Fantastic. How many friends have you told?
Everyone. Really, over 100 people.
Have you told your orthopedist?
I don't have one.
Excellent.
Hi, my name is Joanne Myers. I live in Tacoma, Washington, and I'm an advocate for stem cell replacement. Absolutely. I had my left hand, my right hip, my lower back, and my neck and shoulders.
Wow. And how long ago was the injection?
It's been a little over 2 months ago.
Okay, and how are the results?
Oh, every day I just feel better and better. The first day, the inflammation was gone, and it just took away 90% of the pain. And every day it just gets better, and I love it. I totally recommend it.
What are some things that you're able to do today that you couldn't 2 months ago?
Oh, just about everything. I haven't gotten back to golf yet, but
okay.
In fact, a friend of mine called this morning and she asked me how I was doing with the stem cell, and I says, just great. But I says, I really need to lose 50 pounds so that I can walk the course without huffing and puffing.
Okay. Well, that's good if that's the only thing that's stopping you from golfing now.
Yeah, because I can walk and stand so much longer than I could before, and I love it.
That's incredible.
Can you tell us your name?
Jimmy Tuberville.
And why did you come to see us?
Because I have numbness of the feet, burning of the feet, and just all kind of associated things.
Okay. How long had that been going on?
Years. I've had it for years.
And what had you tried?
Oh, I've tried SAD, we've tried shots, we've tried all kind of stuff. Lyrica.
Okay.
None of it seemed to work.
Okay. And what did you have done here?
Well, we went to the seminar you had on stem cell therapy.
Okay.
And after the interview and consultation, I decided to go that way, and it's been tremendous help. It's probably been 95 to 98% effective for me.
Great. So have you told your doctor about your improvements?
Yes.
And what do they have to say?
Oh, good. Keep me informed. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Would you recommend this to a friend?
I would. Yes. Anybody's got a problem. Don't even have to be a friend.
Great. And are you off the medications now?
Yeah, I don't take any oral medication at all.
Wonderful. Anything else you'd like to tell people about your therapy?
If you hear about it, go do it. It's that beneficial to you.
Hi, just wanted to let you know that I've been having lower back problems for over 20 years. I was unable to pretty much ride in the car to the grocery store, get myself dressed, get up and down out of a chair. Anyway, I've been to doctors, I've been to chiropractors, I've been to physical therapy, been on plenty of pain pills, and it all just comes back to being sore, being hurt, having tons of lower back problems. And I did some research on some stem cells, decided, hey, I'm going to give it a try. Went in for the stem cells, was able to go on vacation 2 weeks after I had the stem cells with my family, 5.5-hour flight to Hawaii. My daughter turned over to me and says, Mom, how are you doing? How's your back? I looked at her like, wow, I never thought twice. Would I do stem cells again? I would do them in a second. Nobody could put a price tag on that kind of recovery. I have my life back. I have my value of life back. So anyway, thank you.
About 30 years ago, I was told to have a knee replacement, and I never ever had it. My husband came home he had the car service someplace, and he came home with the newspaper. And he said, look at this, and we read through it, and we decided we would go and find out about it. The stem cell, so we decided to have the treatment.
Okay.
And they put the stem cell in my knee, and I'm amazed that I'm walking at all today. I was uncomfortable. I was living on ibuprofen. I couldn't do stairs at all, and I still am not good at stairs. But the fact that the pain is gone. I have, no pain in my knee at all. Other than just walking. I have a brace for my leg now, and once I got the brace, I was out walking half a mile like I used to do years and years and years ago. It's very personal care. I mean, you get to know all of the people who work here, but it's comfortable. I have several friends who've had knee replacements, and they say, oh, it's wonderful, but they had to give up 6 weeks of their life to do that. And then this one gal says, oh, it's so great, but let me go get my ibuprofen, which they want to tell you it's great, but they're still having pain. Come give it a try, because it's a wonderful experience.
I twisted my back in 1998, and from then on, I was in pain 24/7. I had trouble walking sometimes. I had to use a cane. 4 years ago, I developed spinal stenosis, and that was the killer. My legs went numb, and I was afraid I couldn't stand anymore. I didn't know what to do. My doctor said that I could not have surgery because I have a nerve disorder that might interfere with it. I had no options, so I had the stem cells, and let me tell you, in a day and a half, for the first time in 18 years, I had no pain. I didn't even remember what it was like not to have pain, but I had no pain. It was amazing. I really think that if you have arthritis or any type of disc disease, this is the type of procedure to have, because you might look at the cost and say, oh, that cost a lot. But what does surgery cost? And if you only have to rest a little bit for a month compared to recovery of for 6 months to 18 months for back surgery, what's really worth it? Every dime is worth it for the recovery that I've had. And I am so thankful that I was able to find this place.
I had joint pain throughout my body, but I also had severe injuries to my ankle and my shoulder. They decided that the best treatment would be to have it intravenously done so that stem cells could go throughout the body. In the 9 months since I've had that, my joint pain in my hips have totally gone away. It was to where I couldn't stand to drive and sit for any length of time. Since then, the joint pain has totally gone out of my hips, it's gone out of my right knee. They wanted to do another knee surgery. I've had 4 knee surgeries. And my shoulder pain and ankle pain, which had severe tears in them, and my ankle actually had a stress fracture in it. The stress fracture is totally healed, and the tears are mostly healed. When they did the sonogram just a week ago, most of the tearing was gone. You could see where the scar tissue was. Well, I have a really strict diet where I do no gluten, I have no sugar, I eat very healthy, all really natural food, no fast food. My idea is that if you feed your body what is really healthy, those cells are going to work better. Not just the cells that you already have, but the stem cells that you have been injected with. You're going to get the most benefit out of those cells because you're giving them every benefit you can to keep them healthy. Oh my gosh, what can I say about the staff? They are like family to me. They are just the most loving group of people I have ever met. They check on me every couple months. You walk in, they give you hugs. And I mean, they just put you at ease. They're willing to talk about anything. They're never in a hurry. They answer all your questions. Robin, her knowledge is phenomenal. I'm into natural healing. I've been into it for years, and her wealth of knowledge, and we just have a great time talking about it. I can't say enough about the staff. From the time I came to the first seminar up until now, I can't say enough, they're family. My most recent job is I'm a handy woman. I'm 65 years old, and I hang sheetrock, I lay tile, I build sheds, I rebuild fences, I texture walls, I'm up on roofs, I'm crawling under houses, replacing sewer lines. You name it, I've been doing it.
That's amazing.
And I want to keep doing it. And I hike. Last summer I hiked 32 waterfalls in a week. I dance 3 to 4 nights a week, and I want to get back to that. And that's why I came to Nirvana. My mother also spent, from the time she was 62 years old until she passed away, she suffered with arthritis. The drugs she took ended up causing cancer. They're all cancer-based drugs. And I don't want to be her. I want to go the natural route. It's always worked for me, and anybody that would try it, I would highly recommend it.